Dr. Jian for your introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am Jian from IP Extension Process Engineering. And Chinese academic science. Since Professor Suojing has some important reasons, it's my honor to, on behalf of our team, to make this presentations. And I also thank for the organizer, Professor Hart, to give me the chance. My title is CO2 capture and conversion by our liquids. This is the outline of my presentation. First is I'll talk about CO2 capture by our liquids, and I'll talk about some function of our liquids and its large-scale application in our laboratory. And second, I'll talk about the CO2 conversion by our liquids. I'll explain one example of reaction for the synthesis of cyclic carbonate for the CO2 conversion. And the third part is the prospect for the CO2 capture and CO2 conversion in our laboratory in the future. And this is a map of the carbon capture and utilization. We know that before we realize the CO2 utilization or storage, we should capture CO2 for the important carbon resource, flue gas. And this flue gas is with its increasing occupants with the society development has attracted much more attention for worldwide. But its concentration is low, varies from 6% to 14%. At average, it's 10%. We should choose the efficient absorbent for the CO2 captures. And the current CO2 absorbent is amine aqueous and with water and amines. This kind of absorbent has the advantage of very cheaper, but the disadvantage is the high energy consumption and the great loss. Sudden loss, because is very lost, is absorbent recycled, and the high amount of water, about 30% of water, lead to a high energy consumption in the water preparation process. And the utilization method, I know, can be divided into the three methods. First is the physical method. We know applied in food industry about Coca-Cola and others. And the other is the chemical method. We know that the CO2 can also regarded as important carbon 1 resources for the other high-value chemical synthesis. And here I will take one example for the synthesis of cyclic carbonates, because this kind of chemicals can be further reacted with other chemicals to produce dimethyl carbonate, acetic glycol, and polycarbonate. And the biological, I think, in the future is important for the human society. And this is other storage for the CO2 problems. But I think it's not easy for people to realize a large amount of CO2 storage. And for the utilization, I think is low activation or low usage efficiency. That is, the effort is not high, and with the low efficiency, I think the pollution will be added to the environment. This is the process for the CO2 capture. with the traditional process and the new process. This is the traditional absorbent MEA isoamines. This is combined with water content about 70%. And this is the process. And the flue gas into the spray tower and rise water. And the water soluble impurity was removed, and the CO2 can go into the absorption tower to react with the absorbent, and then up to the heat exchanger to the strapper tower and release CO2. The absorbent can realize recycling. Since the water has high capacity and can have much higher vaporization heat at 100 degrees, the process can cause much higher energy consumption, and the loss of absorbent MEA cost a high cost. So if we move some water off and instead of liquids, this is also 7% amount, and these air liquids have low capacity and low vapor nature at centigrade, so that I think the process can save a lot of energy consumption. This is a map of the air liquids we have development. This is our paper. If you're interested in it, you can find this paper. And since the viscosity of our liquids and is other important parameters for using it in CO2 capture, and when we develop a much higher efficiency CO2 capture air liquids, I also think about its viscosity. So considering the two effect parameters, I will choose this one for the further research because it has a low viscosity compared to other air liquids. And this is our large-scale instrument in our laboratory, about 135 liters. This is the absorption tower. This is the deabsorption tower. The air liquid solvent can be recycled for 4 times with little loss of its activity, and it has a low corrosion to the reactors compared to other traditional solvents. This is the instrument of the CO2 capture and deabsorption. And this is the code model for the value in the liquids in the bubble light flow CO2 with nitrogen complexure from the bottom of the bubble bed and the rise and the air liquid, and from the bottom of the bubble bed, and they all react, and the air liquids can put into this deabsorption tower and release CO2. The air liquid can be recycled in this instrument. After we have the test of the air liquids for the CO2 capture run, we should consider the total process, because our aim is to develop the industrial application for CO2. This is the total process. We do the assemblage and simulation. And from this figure, I understand that when air liquids instead of 30% water, the energy consuming can be saved about 30%. The second part is air liquid catalytic CO2 conversions. Here I take an example for this reaction. I think Professor Park have made many interesting work in this field. This reaction, why we do this reaction, because in the many years we want to develop this process, because as ethylene glycol is very important chemicals in China. Every year China should input about 70% ethylene glycol from abroad, and only 30% can produced by China. And this process used a large amount of water, and the ratio of water to ethylene oxide is 12 to 1. So the excess water should be vaporized in the product separation, cost many high energy. And even though the 80% product activity is not satisfied for the industry companies, so we want to develop a new process for this product successes. And since the ethylene glycol can react with CO2, produce a high cyclic carbonate, and this one can further react with methanol or water to produce the glycol in much high activity or much high stability. So I want to develop this process, and in the two processes can be used in the reactions. This new process can realize high economic process. This is the advantage of functional area catalyst. For this reaction, many literatures have reported the catalyst can be formed such as industrial catalyst, potassium ion and phosphonium dibitrovic, and menthol carbonate. But however, this catalyst has low efficiency for the reactions. And the conventional air liquids such as BF4, when use it in the reactions, long runtime and low efficiency is the disadvantage of this catalyst. And although the complex catalysts such as the benzene chloride combined with zinc chloride have much high turnover from this number, but this kind of catalyst have the hydrophobia. It's not water stable, can be in compression in water. So the loss when the catalytic system recycle, the loss of the content is the problem, and the complex condition is also its problems. So I want to think about this problem, and our idea is to develop the functional air liquids, because air liquids can be designed according to its structure or lines or occasions. So when we use the functional air liquid, we can realize without menthol halide. So the catalyst can not hydrophobia and stable to water. The chloride is not exist in this catalytic system, but the higher activity is our aim to realize. And when we put the air liquids on the spot, we can use it realize easy separation. This is our ideas for the development of functional air liquids. Because air liquids can be designed by many methods, or by molecular simulation, or by and it is a large contain a number of liquids. So how can I to develop my air liquid I want? This is the ideas about H1 promotics reactions. We use the water in this catalyst we can, from the figure, it's like we can see that without water, the reaction proceeds very slowly, and after 4 hours, the product yield can only 5%, 50%. And when the water is, when the reaction is carried out in the presence of water, the product yield can improve very increasingly. And we can see this curve and this curve at the same time. The product yield can be very different. And the picture on the right, we can see that the catalyst, including traditional liquids, shows a very different activity with or without water for the reactions. We can see this Poisson idea. The reaction without water is only 0.26. When the water is in these reactions, the activity can be reached up 69 and about 300 times higher. And we also found that the traditional aerolipids with other H-bond promoters, such as acid, and with H-bond, hydroxy bond, phenols, can also realize the same effect result. Among the H-bond promoters, we choose one is the benzodiol for the this is a very high activity and product yield. Next, we want to think about what if there is some interaction between this compound and the catalyst. So we do the characterization of each bond effect according to the MR. This is the picture for the result, and this one is for the alkyl oxide MR. We focus on the various districts for the interactions. This is the curves without propylene oxide, and this is a peak for this one. And when this compound reacts with propylene oxide, we found the new peak. The peak it can shift in over a distance. And based on the result, we further do the initial calculation of each bond interactions. This is can react water or other hydroxide based compounds such as acetic glycol, polyacetic glycol, and so on. In this mechanism, the oxo groups use the H bond interaction to the oxygen atom of the alkyl oxide, and at the same time the chloride to the nuclear, the electrostatic interaction to the carbon of the alkyl oxide rings. By the two effects rose and the room opened easily. So next, the CO2 enter into the intermediates and finally produce the product. In the traditional process, this one is instead of this one is zinc chloride. So in the traditional process, zinc can do the other effect to the oxygen atom by the same electrostatic interaction. So for the traditional process is the E and E synergistic catalysis. So for this kind of process is E and H bond synergistic catalysis. This is the traditional energy surface profiles, and with water or without water, the relative energy slow down very quickly, and the ring opening process is the determining step in our molecular simulation result. And this is the interaction structure for the catalyst. This is the amount of our liquid, and this is the hydroxide, and this is the application of our liquid, and the interaction situation. Based on the previous result, I think if we add the hydroxyl group into the cation of our liquid, if it also realizes the high activity in the cyclic reactions. So with synthesis H bond based our liquid, we also call it hydroxyl functionalized our liquids. You can see this in this paper for this result. We found that in the same line, and the difference is the location. The imidazole with the hydroxyl group and shows much higher activity in this one. It's 99%, but it's 83%. The difference is in the hydroxyl groups. So we can also find others for the hydroxyl groups with or without, due to the difference in the activity. So the activity of H bond based our liquids are 15 to 25% higher than the corresponding traditional our liquids. Next, we synthesis of H bond based acidic our liquids. This is the 4 kinds of acidic our liquids. In total is 11 our liquids for with the carbon oxide group in the cation. And we also found that can show high activities. And H bond in the acidic our liquid can play overwhelming effect on the activity of liquids. We found that with the number, the chains, the number of carbon in the chain of the cations, the difference is observed in the conversion and the yield. If you're interested, you can see it in this paper. The catalyst, this one, we choose this one, and we also applicable to the other terminal dioxide. I think Professor Park is very know this one. And based on the development of homogeneous, I do the further research on the supported our liquids. Just now, Mr. Homan told us just like a physical support, and I think this is a chemical supported our liquids. We use the natural chemicals and catalysts, and the our liquids can use the common our liquids. Why we choose the catalyst structure? Because the catalyst have the similar structure with the cellulose, all have some abundant hydroxyl groups, and can also the H bond promoters. But it is different with cellulose because it has some nitrogen atom, so it can react with CO2. So I think this support can also play 2 roles in the synthesis of cyclic carbonate. So based on the synthesis product, we obtained the catalyst supported liquids. And in the structure of the catalyst, I think there are 2 activity points for the reactant. One is the activation of for the propylene oxide or ethylene glycide, and other is for the activation of CO2. So if we describe this as a graph, I think it is and one is for the peanuts. One is for the propylene oxide, and other peanuts is for the CO2. This is the result for the reactions. And entry 1 and entry 2 is the result for the with bond, H bond, or without H bond. Without H bond, we choose the polystyrene chemical supported liquid. In my previous work, we found that without the hydroxyl group on the support, the activity is only 56, and the catalyst supported liquids can realize the 96 very high activities. And the H3 and H6 is the result of the differences support for the reactions. This is the physical supported liquids, and with a low catalyst amount. Because this catalyst is chemical supported by the nitrogen atom. So if the cellulose have no nitrogen atom, so we want to compare their activities. So we choose the supported, and this because catalyst and cellulose have the similar structure and the similar molecular weight. So we choose the same amount, and also the same amount. We compare their activity. We found that with the nitrogen in the support, the activity can much higher rate. So the catalyst supported liquids should have activity than polystyrene based supported liquid. This kind of supported liquid give us ideas for research to explore higher or stable supported liquid. Based on the catalyst supported liquid, I think that if we can realize the supported liquids by the polymerization, so this is we choose the paradigm and the epidemiology and the framework of the polymers, and by the polymerization we can get the cross-linked polymer and the self-polymer liquids with the different activity point. One is for the CO2 and the other is for the activity of oxide. So the result shows that this one is the one with hydroxyl groups, and this one is without this one is without nitrogen. So the activity is different. So the H bond and the poly paradigm networking are beneficial for promoting the catalytic activities. Because this for the acidic losses, that is the two-step. One is the cyclic reaction, and the other is the esterification. That should say the cyclic carbonate can further react with methanol to produce the dimethanol carbonate. This is the resolvent in the synthesis chemistries, and but this is the intermediate of the sometimes we call this a byproduct. If we want to get the high product yield, we should avoid the production of this one. And also, according to these reactions, acid glycol is produced with the DMC. This is the literal ionic liquids for the reactions, because the applications in one structures. This ionic liquids, the activity is much higher than the traditional ionic liquids, and shows much higher product selectivities. So we talk about the previous result of our research. Next, we want to do some CO2 capture technologies. One is the I want to think that in this instrument, I want to do some structure interaction control mechanism, and by the molecular exploration to find the law of the structure and the relationship of the absorption liquid. And the next is want to put the process into industrial applications. This is our first result for the design the mechanism of the process. And next we want to do the reactors for the kinetics and thermodynamics research, and finally to realize the process. So I will think about the organization details, and next we will thank for my IP colleagues, Professor Suojing to be advisor in my PhD career, and Dr. Jian Wang and my colleagues for the molecular simulations, and Dr. Wei Guocheng for the process investigations, and Mr. Ping Zhang for the asset class research and other peoples. So finally, I will thank for the financial support for the Chinese and Petro-Chinese bank. I want to say that I welcome you to Beijing to visit our institute, because I think the communication is very important for Korea and for China. So this is the location of our institute near to Jian University and Peking University. So welcome to IP and CAST, and thank you very much.